ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Achane. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joseph Osai collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, and a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That is caught, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it, and receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly.
And this is caught, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The Chargers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here, Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game, that they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
There to make the tackle, Deion Leonard. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Now Tua. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Peck. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Tua now on 1st down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Tua going to throw. Incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Looking to pass. Tua. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Tua. Forced out to his left. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left it.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Defensive talk 101. Don't let the quarterback out of the pocket, because when that happens, yeah, you may shrink the field with your defense, but it's so easy to lose someone on the backside. And he finds him and picks up a big gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Now it's Herbert.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and on play action, here's Herbert.
Oh, wide open, complete.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
A big play there for L.A. 64 yards.
With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982, and that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa sliding out of the pocket and going deep for Hill. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In motion, Hill. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! from 6 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60%.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Now a short one to Gesicki. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Dicker down, attack on the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
On 2nd down, a run by Achane.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
2nd and 7.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
What a call there on 3rd down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a first down, but it's a big play to boot.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown.
Achane will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep the... And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Alec Ingold
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Dolphins will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
3rd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Peck. And he is going to have a Miami 1st down, and the Dolphins are going to win the... football game.